Hello and welcome to MBC News with me, Marcus Pasanje, alongside Lynn Lemponda, my sign language interpreter tonight. Our top stories. President Paul Kagame of Rwanda takes oath of office for another 5-year term. Salima Sugar Company starts paying off people staying along the company's surrounding in a bid to expand its cane field. And in sports, FCB Nyasa Big Bullets suffers another setback in the TNM Super League following a 1-0 draw with Moyale Barracks at Kamuzu Stadium in Blantyre. President Paul Kagame of Rwanda has taken oath of office in the presence of over 40,000 Rwandese and invited heads of state and government. Kagame is considered a liberator, having inherited a country torn apart by genocide, bringing stability and prosperity. In his inauguration speech, Kagame said he was honored to serve Rwanda for another term. He thanked the people of Rwanda for entrusting him to lead the country for another 5 years. He noted that Rwanda has achieved remarkable development in the past 3 decades. Kagame also called on African leaders to work together in sustaining peace in the continent. The ceremony was characterized by military displays, including a 21-gun salute by the Presidential Guard and a flyover by the Rwandan Army over the Amahoro Stadium, and cultural dancers entertained people who attended the swearing-in. Vice President Dr. Michael Usi, Zimbabwe's President Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu Hassan, Kenya's President William Ruto were among the 23 heads of state and dignitaries that attended the ceremony. Presidential Advisor on Safe Motherhood, Dorothy Ngoma, has advised women of the Anglican Church in Malawi to protect young girls against conducts that would jeopardize their lives by being open to them on issues of sexual reproductive health. She was speaking at Malosa Secondary School ground in Zomba, where she represented First Lady Madame Monica Chagwera at the opening of a 3-day celebration for Mary Sumner, who was the founder of the Anglican Mothers Union. Ngoma, who is also a member of the union, said it is disheartening that girls below the age of 18 continue to fall pregnant at the watch of older women who are active in church.
I did share with the women gathered here. It was an opportunity because you're talking of over 7,000 women meeting. I needed to speak to them about issues of safe motherhood. The first thing being that in Malawi, women continue to die because of issues of pregnancy and delivery, and that between 6, 8 to 10 people, 10 women die every day. In this country because of issues of pregnancy and delivery. But I also am very concerned, and the President is also very concerned about the many children that as Malawians, as families, we bring out on earth, and yet most of them we don't take responsibility, and we lose many girls, the young girls, the 10, 12, those less than 18 years of age, they get pregnant. Or maybe, just as the bishop said, they are married off at age 12, 13, 14. Those are not mothers, those are girls, they are babies, they should be in school. So that was also one of the issues of concern, that if you go in the maternity units now, you are going to find in the labor ward 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds. That's just not acceptable. So I was saying to the women, please, please, please take responsibility. Always be on the lookout. What are your daughters doing in your homes? How are we protecting them?
When they go back, they can still continue teaching other people who are remaining behind, because some people did come here because they didn't have transport or maybe they're sick. So when they go back, we can say that our ambassadors, they can continue teaching people, teaching the ladies there to continue to upgrade ourselves. We can upgrade our families.
The Anglican Mothers Union have held the celebrations under the theme Serving God Faithfully in the Unfaithful World. Bishop Alinafe Kalemba of the Southern Anglican Diocese expressed worry over cultural activities that mislead the youth.
Yeah, when we have initiation rites now in our country, in different areas, you find that the emphasis is not on sexuality, which is making our girls, more especially when they come out from there, to become loose camels, and things are not improving at all. So what we are advising and pleading to the mothers is that when they call girls for these initiation rites, they should try at all the best to make sure that they don't only give them information about sexuality, but they should also talk about education, they should talk about entrepreneurship. The youth are being used, they're targeted actually by a number of us, in a way, that some of us are using the youth, it's using and abusing the youth as tools for our own benefits, which is very sad. Because whether we like it or not, these youth will become leaders when we are old. So if we don't invest in them, we will reap something which will not be good for us in our old age. So what we are saying is that the youth should be given an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to participate, an opportunity to make decisions for their own life.
The Association of Environmental Journalists, AEJ, has expressed its stance against the use of thin plastics in the country. AEJ member journalists conducted a march in Lilongwe to advocate for sustainable environmental management. This follows a two-day congress of the grouping where members deliberated on efforts to ban thin plastics in the country. Yamigani Makanga has compiled a report read by Madalitso Mhango.
After concluding a two-day 2024 annual Congress for Science and Environmental Journalists in Lilongwe, the journalist march began at Lilongwe Community Center ground. Newly elected AEJ President Titus Lindsay praised the strong turnout and community support, emphasizing the media's role in promoting environmental sustainability and supporting government actions.
It's our role as media, members of the press, to make sure that we reach out to the people, reach out to all the masses and sensitize them on the evils of depriving the environment. Today we have a very peaceful demonstration against the production of thin plastics, which take more years to decay, at the same time exposing people to effects of climate change. I wish I could talk more about this, but the issue is in court.
National Coordinator for the Civil Society Network on Climate Change, CISONIC, Julius Ngona, pointed out that thin plastics, often discarded after single use, accumulate in open spaces, rivers, and crop fields, thereby harming the environment.
The Civil Society Network on Climate Change is part of the grouping of all the organizations that have come together to advocate for the elimination of thin plastics in the country. So the issue is that for quite a decade now, we've seen a government, trying to put a ban on thin plastics, but some other institutions that have their own, mindset, companies that manufacture thin plastics have been challenging this in court over and over again. We cannot say much about that, but what we can do today is just to raise awareness to the general public on the dangers of thin plastics.
At the Congress, the Association of Environmental Journalists also recognized several practitioners and media houses for outstanding environmental reporting.
Farmers in the country have been urged to indulge in market-oriented farming practices as a way of improving their income. Mzuzu ADD Program Manager Anderson Chikomola said this at the official opening of the 60th Nzimba South District Agriculture Fair, which is taking place under the theme Market-Oriented Production as a Basis for Rural Economic Transformation. We have more in this report by Henry Haukea, but read by Chimwemwe Milulu.
Two Nzimba-based organizations, Soils, Food and Health Communities Organization, SFHC, Biodiversity Conservation Initiative, BCI, in conjunction with the Ministry of Agriculture, organized an agroecology workshop to analyze the existing gaps in the country's 19 agriculture policies at Ikwendeni in Mzimba North. Deputy Director for SFHC, Life Production, says promoting sustainable farming systems among smallholder farmers in the country has great potential to improve soil health, which is crucial in achieving food and nutrition security.
We want to treat the sickness of the soils by doing all the agroecological practices, and in so doing, this will give us diversified diets, which will help improve the nutrition and the food they will be eating. They will know who has grown it and how it was grown, and it will be free of other hazardous inputs.
Mzimba North District Crops Officer Mwiza Muntali emphasizes the need for households to consume nutritious and safe foods.
What is an absolute agroecologically produced food or crops, so that when we talk of the nutrition and the safety, have to go hand in hand.
Biodiversity Conservation Initiative, BCI's Projects Coordinator, Frederick Sanga, says there is also need to promote and incorporate indigenous agricultural knowledge and practices.
For us to build resilient farming systems, we need to promote our smallholder farmers, to support them so that they can be using their own resources. We need to reduce the high dependency on external materials.
The organizations are promoting conservation of diverse plant and animal species, use of natural methods of pest and disease control, and reduction of over-reliance on synthetic fertilizers and other external resources to mitigate effects of climate change and rising cost of farm inputs. Chimwemwe Milulu, MBC News, Mzimba.
Over 200 hunger-stricken families from Zomba Tondwe have received bags of maize and sweet potato vines as part of their relief aid for being affected by Cyclone Freddy and the dry spell caused by El Nino-induced weather. Imagine Africa and Permaculture Paradise Institute made the donation worth 20 million kwacha. Simeon Boyce with details in this report.
For over 3 years now, Imagine Africa and Permaculture Paradise Institute have been working with over 200 families from Group Village Chikapa in Zomba Tondwe on a number of interventions to address food shortage in the area. This includes the practice of permaculture and planting drought-resistant crops such as cassava and sweet potatoes, and the use of glycidia trees instead of fertilizer. However, the coming of floods as a result of Cyclone Freddy in 2022 and a drought caused by El Nino-induced weather in 2023 affected food production to the communities, hence the coming of the donation.
Initiative came following the catastrophes which hit this area. If you remember very well, these people of the southern Malawi were hit by Cyclone Freddy, followed by dry spells which affected their harvest. So as a project, we thought it was that we give them a starter pack of food relief and recovery items in terms of seeds and seedlings to help them recover from the shock, but also be able to bring back the gardens which got washed away by the floods and dried by the dry spells.
Commenting, Director of Imagine Africa, Chimwemwe Limani, says they are hopeful that the donation will energize the communities to continue with their work.
The aim is to make sure that they have food while they are working to raise seedlings in their nurseries, at the same time planting food forests and taking care for their agroforestry trees in their farms.
Some of the beneficiaries could not hide their appreciation. Despite these challenges, some of the farmers who are working with the two organizations have started reaping the benefits of the interventions. One of such farmers is Frank Kichawanda from Senior Chief Jali, whose livelihood has been transformed through vegetable farming and the food forest. Simeon Boyce, MBC News, Zomba.
You're watching MBC News with me, Marcus Pasanje, and my sign language interpreter tonight is Linley Mponda. Remember, you can access all MBC digital platforms by scanning the QR code at the top right corner of your TV screen. A reminder of our top stories. President Paul Kagame of Rwanda takes oath of office for another 5-year term. Salima Sugar Company starts paying off people staying along the company's surrounding in a bid to expand its cane field. And in sports, FCB Nyasa Big Bullets suffers another setback in the TNM Super League following a 1-0 draw with Moyale Barracks at Kamuzu Stadium in Blantyre.
Chaka chinoso JTI sina tisiyesiye yabwene taso kulima ipuli wina baba kulinjinga kulima peteleza kulima campus kulima working suit kulima t-shirt kulizipewa asazade chaka chinoyo ndizosiyana nzanyaka chatapeleka nenera chaka chino ndi munthu yekhayo amene wakwaniritsa china chilichonse chimene anagwirizana ndi JTI mulingo foja akhale wakolita foja apite mulingo mene munagwirizana iniwo mukatero pamene popo kati unasala naye wina ekuti iniwo ngati foja wadani wakoli maka number 1 mukala ndi mwayi wonse otenga njinga ya moto kupapitadeo kwanu chakuzoni changa chino amene akuchita mwayi ndi amene apambane kukhala number 1 amene wapange
mphotho zimene zapasidwe kwa ife alimi zitithandiza chilimbikiso kuti tikhale olimbika ndi kampani ya JTI komanso tilime fodya wabwino oti kampani ya JTI nayonso ikondwere nayo akatiguleso mitengo yabwino.
Malamulo amene ayikidwa ndi boma posachedwa pa ku parliament anapanga pasi atsindikizanso kuti kugulitsa fodya pa sikelo ndi mlandu. Dete ntikalikonde dzikoli udindo wosamalira fodya kuti agulitsidwe m'Malawi muno mu ndondomeko zovomerezeka ndi watonse pano.
It keeps getting better and better. After successfully opening Maranatha Capital Girls Academy, your request to open Maranatha Capital Boys Academy has come to pass. Welcome to Maranatha Capital Boys Academy, situated 50 kilometers from Lilongwe at Mponela Trading Center. We uphold our promise to produce the best in all students, a perfect diet, a conducive learning environment with dedicated members of staff is what we stand for. Turn that dream into reality by joining Maranatha Capital Boys Academy. Register now while places are still available by contacting us on 0888 993 232, 0993 832 832 and 0991 276 273. Maranatha Private Academy. We set the pace, others follow.
This season of Big Brother Naija is a must follow. Follow every twist and turn with eyes wide open. Because even when the journey begins with chemistry, chaos follows. Strap in for 2 journeys in one house. Big Brother Naija Season 9, showing 24/7 on DSTV Channel 198 and gold sponsor Guinness.
Welcome to St. Peter's Private Schools in Mponela, where we prepare our students for the future with excellence, diversity, and innovation. St. Peter's Private Schools in Mponela offers a wide range of academic programs that cater for the interests and abilities of our students. Our teachers are qualified, experienced, and dedicated to helping learners achieve their goals. We have 3 schools under St. Peter's Private Schools. We have a primary school, boys' secondary school, and a girls' secondary school at your disposal. Science and technology are crucial in today's world. We have audio visual learning facilities, state-of-the-art laboratory, and a modern and well-equipped library. At St. Peter's Private Schools in Mponela, we also celebrate our diversity and our culture. We also prepare our students for the next stage of their lives. So what are you waiting for? Join us at St. Peter's Private Schools in Mponela today and discover your potential. St. Peter's Private Schools in Imponela.
Welcome back. An Australian organisation, Peter Favre Foundation, has pledged to continue providing potable water to rural communities. Founder of the organisation, Peter Favre, said this in Kotakota after visiting communities that are benefiting from boreholes his foundation has been sinking through Bridge Water Foundation in conjunction with Wildlife Environmental Society of Malawi, WESIM. Rudoviko Nyirenda has the story.
Communities Peter Favre and his wife Zimene have been supporting sang songs of appreciation for the project. The benefactors visited Chiutura village in traditional authority Malenga Chanzi, Kadamanja village in traditional authority Mponde, Materes village and Boa village in traditional authority Kanyenda in the district. Speaking after visiting the project sites, Peter Favre said he is impressed with the impact of the boreholes and has committed to continue with the project. Favre urged communities to be responsible in the maintenance of the boreholes once they get damaged.
I've been very, very impressed with the work that WESIM is doing, the work that the communities themselves are doing, getting together to maintain the wells. I think it's an excellent project and everyone's doing very well. My organisation will continue to support projects not just here in Malawi but within Africa. Particularly here though, we'll be focusing on water supply and we will continue that for 5 to 10 years.
Branch manager for Dwangwa WESIM, Rashid Marandura, said lack of safe water remains a major challenge in the district, especially among communities living near Kotakota Game Reserve.
This project comes about in 2017 when we did a baseline survey where we realized that the people around Kotakota Wildlife Reserve are having some difficulties in accessing the clean water. So far we have drilled about 6 boreholes and we have also maintained about 31 boreholes.
Group Village Headman Boa commended Peter Favre Foundation and WESIM for the support.
We are very happy that we have received a borehole. Most time we are fetching water on the way. I can say it is not a good water.
During the field visit, communities performed some traditional dances. Rudoviko Nyirenda, NBC News, Kotakota.
In business news, in a drive to expand its cane field, Salima Sugar Company has started paying off people who stay along the company's close surrounding. The people are expected to relocate to a newly secured site. About 450 families out of 1,000 have already received their compensations in the first phase. Our reporter Foster Maulidi with the details.
According to Director of Irrigation Operations at Greenbelt Authority, Chisomo Kumbuyo, they plan to unveil additional 100 hectares of cane growing with the aim of maximizing sugar production at the company.
This exercise is important because as Salima Sugar Company Limited, we were established on this 6,293 hectare piece of land, of which 4,000 hectares were allocated to the co-grower Salima Sugar Company Limited. But as the company was being established, there were some people that had already settled on the estate because the estate had stayed idle for some time. So this relocation exercise will allow Salima Sugar to access some of the productive land which was settled by these project-affected persons.
Salima Sugar Company Limited Secretary Dr. Charles Tupi says the company has already secured land for the relocation away from the estate. Tupi says expansion of the cane field will also help to offer job opportunities, saying most of the people being relocated are already employees of the company.
Salima Sugar is one of the biggest employers in Malawi. Most of the people that you have seen here are employed by Salima Sugar. And where they are going, we have tried to drill boreholes. We are also we have also done roads, and we are planning that we should also maybe provide health and medical services, and also maybe schools within the area. So these are also the people that are working for us, and it is our plan that we should make sure that the people are well, taken care of, and they are not facing any problem.
Traditional authority Kombeza of the area has held the cordial relationship and smooth transaction between the residents and the company, and advised the people being relocated to use the compensation money properly. Salima Sugar has about 6,500 hectares of land, with 4,000 hectares designed for sugarcane growing, and part of the land is occupied by locals. The company is expected to pay 500 million kwacha in compensations to the families.
Stakeholders in the promotion of the youth have challenged institutions to proactively engage them to programs aimed at nurturing their entrepreneurship skills. Life Concern LICO Executive Director Peter Gondwe made the remarks in Rumpi during a youth stakeholders engagement aimed at molding the youth into productive entrepreneurs. Grant Muhango has compiled this report, read by Chisomo Manda.
At the age of 22, Naomi Manyoni of Rumpi is one of the well-to-do young entrepreneurs involved in quail farming. Impressed with her skill, Life Concern, a non-government organization in the district, in conjunction with Nzuzu eHub, organized the Tikolole project as one way of nurturing the young people into productive entrepreneurs through giving them startup capital. Today, Naomi is one of the beneficiaries, having pocketed over 1 million kwacha, which will help boost her business.
The money that I've won today, I'm planning of using it to expand my business, and also when my business expands, I'm planning of employing some youths who are lacking some things to do at home. I should employ them as their employer.
Life Concern Executive Director Peter Gondwe emphasized the need for channeling more efforts towards mindset change amongst the young people to perceive entrepreneurship as a career.
Our assumption is that now these youth, they have been trained in business management, but now they don't know where to go next, which office to approach for further opportunities. So that's why we have organized the stakeholders from different government offices, but also the bank and the other stakeholders. For example, the Malawi Bureau of Standards, the SMED, the trade, and so on and so on and so on. They are here so that they can make their presentation and youth can understand what they are doing, and at the end of the day they can also link up and communicate with them.
Rumpi District Trade Officer Ida Muo said her office is putting in place modalities aimed at addressing the challenge.
Less than 10% of the businesses which we license are youths. So which means we have very few youths who are doing businesses in the district. But with this, we hope that the numbers will increase after they have now been motivated on becoming entrepreneurs.
Maybe what is it?
The Fostering Job Creation and Livelihood Transformation through Agriculture Advancement Project in Rumpi aims at addressing challenges encountered by emerging entrepreneurs in assessing financing to kickstart their businesses was made possible with financial support from GIZ.
And in sports, FCB Nyasa Big Bullets have today suffered another setback following a 1-1 draw with Moyale Barracks at Kamuzu Stadium in a TNM Super League match. The result leaves Bullets on position 5, 16 points behind leaders Silver Strikers. Norbert Jameson has the report.
What has been a disappointing season for Bullets continued when they gave away a 1-0 lead to draw 1-0 against Moyale Barracks. Maxwell Podo headed Bullets in front on 35 minutes before Peter Ngambi headed in the equalizer in first half stoppage time. Both sides created some decent chances in the second half, especially Bullets, but failed to make them count. Bullets remain fifth in the league with 24 points, 16 behind league leaders Silver Strikers, while Moyale have dropped a place into position 9. At Mulanje Park, visitors Mafco beat former 1-0 to move 2 steps up on the log table to 7th position, while at Obredimba Stadium in Nchinji, Kamuzu Barracks and Mighty Tigers played out a goalless draw. Norbert Jameson, MBC Sports.
Well, that item wraps up this edition of MBC News. A reminder of our top stories before we leave. President Paul Kagame of Rwanda takes oath of office for another 5-year term. Salima Sugar Company starts paying off people staying along the company's surrounding in a bid to expand its cane field. And in sports, FCB Nyasa Big Bullets suffers another setback in the TNM Super League following a 1-0 draw with Moyale Barracks at Kamuzu Stadium in Blantyre. For more on these and other stories, follow our online platforms Facebook, X, and our website mbc.mw. You can access our MBC digital platforms by scanning the QR code at the top right corner of your TV screen. From me, Marcus Pasanje, and my sign language interpreter, Lynn Lemponda, is thanks for watching and bye for now.
Aphunzitsi makamaka ino kuma private schools kanda skulu za mkombaphala primary secondary paja ulendo uno sukulu zikamatsekulira mwezi wa Seputembala mukena akhani mapepala onse okuyenerezani kuphunzitsa inu nanga muli nawo ndiye mutani osadandaulayi. A president of Private Schools Association of Malawi, PRISM, Dr. Ernest Kaonga, limodzi ndi PRISM yonse yadzaninkhaniya bwino. Ino aphunzitsi amene simunakonze mapepala ano, thamangani ku PRISM lero ndipo tikuthandizani kuti mpange bwanji. Imbani foni pa 0888 727 980, 0992 394 584, kapena 0996 525 011, ndipo muthandizidwa moyenera. Pajatu ndi lamulo kupanda zikata zokuyenerezani kuphunzitsa ndiye kuti basi sizitheka, koma ife ku PRISM tikuti zitheka. Khani membala wa PRISM lero chifukwa ife zonse takonza kale.
Magetsi ndi ofunikira kwambiri pa chitukuko cha dziko. Tangoganizani, mwapanga ngozi kapena mwadwalika kwambiri ndiye mukufunikira operation ku chipatala, koma akuzeni kuti sizingatheke kuthandizani chifukwa chakuti magetsi kulibe, chifukwa ena aba mawaya ndi kuononga transformer ya magetsi mpaka inu kapena okondedwa anu kutaya moyo. Mungamve bwa? Izi ndi zowawa ndipo zitha kuchitikira wina aliyense. Tatiyeni tigwirane manja poteteza katundu wa Eskom monga matransformer, nthambo za magetsi ndi zina. Eskom amafunitsitsa ndithu kuti paliponse pakhale magetsi, koma alipo ena ochepa, odzikonda, mbava, anthu osafuna chitukuko omwe amaba ndi kuononga zipangizo za Eskom ndi kukagulitsa. Ukulu ndi kusowa umunthu. Nanga inu, mawu moti Eskom apange zoti magetsi afikire paliponse ndipo kwa wina aliyense, kaya mzipatala monsemu, mu skulu ndi m'malo ena ambiri. Basi